Hello my friends, Buck Small Engine DIY on YouTube. I'm your host, Buck WSR Weezer. And I'm here today with you to put the finishing touches on a project that's been in the shop for 2 weeks, and I have to confess, it's been kicking my butt. And the guy wants it back. It belongs to a company, it's a generator. It belongs to a company that does commercial roofing, and they're eager to get it back. And I'm guilty of a misdiagnosis. I'll confess that to you. But anyway, it's a long story. Do you want to hear it? I'll give it to you in a nutshell. This thing will start and run for 20 seconds. You can time it on your watch, 20 seconds. And then it dies abruptly. It loses spark. And it's got electric start. And if you try to crank it again, you still won't have spark unless you cycle the key to off. Then you can start it again, and guess what? It'll run for 20 seconds. That's it. 20 seconds. So I was checking all the usual stuff. Does it have enough oil? Is it the low oil shutdown? No, that's fine. And I came to the conclusion, mistakenly, but I convinced myself after reading things online and stuff, I convinced myself that it was the carbon monoxide sensor that was shutting this thing down. So I spent some money, ordered a carbon monoxide sensor. Not a lot of money, it's about 40 bucks. It took a while to get here. The guy calls me, he's looking for his machine. I said, oh, I got it, man. If the part's coming today, I'll have it put together for you by tomorrow. Guess what? Same thing, 20 seconds and then shut down. What the heck is going on? So I decided, I called the manufacturer. WEN. This is a WEN generator. It's a 14,500 watts. It's a pretty beefy model, electric start, real nice. Tri-fuel. You can run it on gasoline, propane, or LP gas. The company that owns it only uses gasoline. And in addition to that it won't stay running issue, it had these. This is kind of funny. And one of the wheels was like broken, piece of plastic junk. So I put some new wheels on it, and I was doing this while waiting for the new CO sensor to arrive. Put new wheels on it, put some front rubber foot pads on it, because I was convinced I got it. Well, long story short, I got to get on the phone with the WEN people manufacturing. I think they're in Illinois, United States. And explain to the guy 20 seconds and it shuts off, 20 seconds it shuts off, it loses spark. And he says, you need a voltage regulator. Of course, the voltage regulator is not part of the engine, it's part of the generator side of it. But if we don't sense voltage from the voltage regulator, it's going to shut itself down. So I said, great. And he looked up the part for me, and I was going to buy it, and he said, oh, we're out of stock. We're not getting it back till mid-July. And this was the end of June. I said, no, that's not going to work. I said to him, can you get it? Can I get it on Amazon or anything like that? No. But that wasn't exactly true, because there are aftermarket equivalents out there that you can get, and that's what I did. But here's where it really gets interesting. He made an a comment just while we were talking. He said, oh, and check the brushes. And that's where it got interesting, because I did check the brush. He said it might be cracked or broke, and this is where it gets interesting, and this is the money shot. Here are the brushes I already took off the generator. We're going to install the new ones. So I pulled out the brushes, and you can see right here that the one is really melted and pushed off to the side. You know, they're kind of spring loaded here. This one's fine, but this one is not. It's stuck there and melted. And I don't know why that happened, but this is, of course, and your voltage regulator plugs into these brushes. So, you know, I think the problem may not be the voltage regulator, but these brushes, which we're going to replace. And I think that is going to get this thing fixed. Here's the voltage regulator, and these red and white wires plug into these brushes. So the voltage regulator is not putting out any voltage or seeing any voltage, and this is probably why. All right, so I went online and found an aftermarket equivalent, and this would work for not just WEN generators, but a variety of generators that have the same kind of setup, and I'll leave a link in the description. And this includes a new set of brushes and a new voltage regulator. And I think that's going to get us over the finish line. Yeah, I was just so frustrated because, you know, it wasn't the spark plug, wasn't the coil, wasn't the things that I thought it could or should be. But I guess it's all a learning process. So I want to invite you to join me on the generator side of this contraption, and we're going to install these together. All right, so we're here at the generator side of the unit, and you access the voltage regulator and the brushes by removing this cover, 3 screws. And the regulator mounts right up here, so I've already taken that old one off. And then the brushes sit right in here. And maybe I can get this with a flashlight. But the brushes ride on those brass colored slip rings. And they look really nice and shiny now because I cleaned them up. Okay, so the brushes, you can't really see the quality of the brushes until you take it off. There's one screw here, unplug the wires, and this lifts out, right? And that's when I discovered that this brush just like melted and stuff. So definitely need to replace that. I don't know how that happens. I can only guess. Was stopped making good contact, created too much heat, resistance. I don't know. But it began to melt the housing. And so those brushes ride on these slip rings right in here. It's hard to see. They're brass colored, and I wanted to clean them before installing new brushes. So I did that with a fine piece of fine grit sandpaper and I put it on the end of this carpenter pencil and just held it in there like that. And then I got a helper to pull the rope starters so we could turn the engine, and I'd remove the spark plug so we wouldn't be fighting the compression. And I just let the engine spin and clean these with a little piece of fine sandpaper. And then I also use this Scotch-Brite pad. So those rings cleaned up really nice. And this first one had been, you know, that one really was dirty with the melted plastic and stuff. So I think we're going to make good contact now with the clean slip rings and the new brushes. So let's go ahead and install these guys. So, and it's really just one screw that holds these in place. Like so. And I had moved this ground wire just out of the way for the time being so we can reconnect him. Like so, and then we can put the new AVR, automatic voltage regulator, in place. Once we have it running, we'll have to check the voltage output because the voltage regulator is actually adjustable, and that tiny screw right there is the adjustment. And of course you'd have to unbolt it to get to it, but maybe it's set properly from the factory, but I don't know. Check that after we get it running. And again, despite what the gentleman told me, and it was very helpful, I'm not criticizing them, they want to sell their own parts, right? You can definitely get these voltage regulators on Amazon, aftermarket, made in China. But you know what? They were getting them from China too. I mean, he wanted to make the sale, but he told me they weren't available till mid-July. And that's when I decided I could poke around on Amazon and maybe find them. All right, and then these two connectors for the brushes. Red one on the left, and this guy's marked positive, that little tag. And the white one on the right, and he's not marked anything. Try it again. That's it. All right, I think that's pretty good. And then these four wires clip together right here. So it really is a pretty easy, you know, plug and play kind of setup. And that's it. New brushes, new voltage regulator. And since I might have to adjust it, I'm probably not going to put the cover back on until I'm sure that everything's good and I like it, but the cover's not hard to do. All right, so that's it. So did we fix it? We're gonna have to start it up and find out. All right, my good friends, it's time to fire up this generator and see if we got it resolved. We filmed that repair segment last night, but it got late. I didn't want to start this noisy booger up late at night to disturb the neighbors, so it's today now. Keep your fingers crossed. If it starts, be prepared to see your good friend Buck Weezer dance a jig of happiness. Choke, key switch, crank. Fuel valve on. All right, victory. I was so nervous during those 20 seconds, fearing that it was going to do that same thing. I guess this LED for the carbon monoxide sensor just doesn't work anymore. It wasn't lit up, so I thought maybe it wasn't working. That's not the issue. The display shows 232 volts. That should be closer to 240, and then my tester on the 120 was showing about 110 volts. So I want to try to tweak that AVR, the voltage regulator, to get that up closer to 120, because there's not even any load on it. So that's easy enough to do, I think. And I'll do that on my own, but finally. Well, let's wrap it up. I appreciate you watching, and I just brought you in for the final steps of frustrating repair. You got to keep learning and growing. I made a mistake. I jumped the gun with the carbon monoxide detector. I'll have to eat that 40 bucks. Not the worst thing in the world. But I always learn from these projects. I really wanted to succeed with this. This is the second generator now that the company has brought me. And had a very successful time with the first one, and then this one was frustrating me. I really wanted to succeed, just so they'll keep bringing me stuff, you know. I did not want to call them and say I can't figure it out. Well, it's working now. Minor adjustments to that new AVR, and we'll be back up and running at the proper voltage, and I'm happy. I hope you enjoyed my little dance. Not too many people get to see that. You're special though, and I want to hear your special comments in the discussion below. I always appreciate that. Remember, as I always like to say, only you can put the do into do-it-yourself. See you next time. Bye.